Hey everyone, Dan Stillman with the Capital Weather Gang here. Wanted to give you some context as to why we have increasing confidence in a significant winter storm in the DC area this weekend. There are two different kinds of modeling techniques. One is the typical deterministic approach, just a single forecast like you see here on the left. The other is the ensemble approach here on the right. That's where the same model is run multiple times, each time with the initial conditions just slightly tweaked, or even the model algorithms themselves slightly tweaked. This is to account for the small errors and gaps that we know exist in our measurements of the atmosphere and the inherent errors in the models themselves. The ensembles are really what we look to more than 3 or 4 days out from the potential arrival of a storm. If the various ensemble members tend to agree with each other, that gives us higher forecast confidence. A lack of consistency among the ensemble members indicates lower forecast confidence. So let me show you where we were on Monday. You can see here a sampling of how much snow the European model ensemble members were forecasting for this coming weekend. I marked the DC area with yellow stars. Don't worry about exactly how much snow the colors represent. The main takeaway is that you've pretty much got an even mix of the DC area either right in the middle of the action with substantial snow, or the significant snow sliding by well to the south. So not a lot of confidence there. Fast forward to today's European ensemble model run and look at the consistency now. Almost every one of the members a big hit of snow, just a couple where maybe the DC area is more towards the edge of the snow. So that's why our confidence is pretty high that we are going to see a solid slug of precipitation come through the DC area this weekend. We're also pretty confident in the cold air. So this is an ensemble forecast of the high temperature in DC on Sunday. We expect the bulk of the precipitation to fall Saturday night and Sunday. Each bar here represents a certain number of ensemble members that are forecasting a high temperature in the ranges shown along the x-axis. All of them forecasting a high well below freezing in the upper teens to low 20s. So it is going to be cold. What we're less confident about is how much of the precipitation will fall as snow and how much may fall as ice. We've seen the trend a bit further north with the storm track. If that continues, that would cut into our potential snow totals. It's because of that, and because we're still a few days away from the storm's arrival, that it's best to think in terms of probabilities. Here's our latest thinking. 80% chance for at least 1 inch of snow, 70% for at least 4 inches, 60% for at least 6 inches, 50% for at least 8 inches, and a 35% chance for at least a foot. That's actually a pretty significant percentage given we're still a few days out. That's it for now. Follow us for updates on Facebook, Blue Sky, X, Instagram, and at capitalweather.com or cwg.live. For the Capital Weather Gang, I'm Dan Stillman.